Yeah, man. So I'm trying to get a little bit of rest because I got to go to work, and I just got off work. I don't know why they scheduled it like that, but it has something to do with the holidays, push back something, whatever. And so now I have to work um, 10 hours after I get off of work. And so I'm trying to get some rest, but of course, these gang stalkers, they don't want me to get rest. Um, they actually came out and said, I don't want you getting enough sleep. That's what the older one said. Because they like for me to be miserable at work. But it doesn't matter. I'm going anyway. I'm going anyway. And even though I'll be tired, I'll still do a better job than anybody else. And I'll still go harder than anybody else. I'll still do the best. And I'll still make that money. And that'll be it. And I'll go to work. And then when I get off of work, I'll be more sleepy. And I'll pass right out like no problem. Um, so they could try their sleep deprivation tactics. Anyway, that's not what I want to talk about. I checked my notifications, and I had a notification with somebody asking me, what exactly can they see? Can gang stalkers see? So I know this is something that people who have gang stalkers talking to them with artificial telepathy, so people that have the experience of that and have gone through some time frame dealing with these people, talking to them and gang stalking them in that way, we know. We know what's up. But like most people that are on remote neural monitoring, they don't even know. They don't even, or if they have found out that they're on remote neural monitoring by other means, like they're being attacked, or they can see the broadcast on them or in their photos or something like that, or um, or they've used EMF detectors. There's ways to find out if you're on neural monitoring. Um, that some people can just tell that something strange is going on, but if you haven't had the experience, which can be horrible, but at the same time beneficial, of gang stalkers talking to you with artificial telepathy. It's a very amazing technology, and it's not in your head like people would think. It's not a voice in your head, and it's not subtle or something that you have to be in tune with to know what's the telepathic and all of this. No, 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 no. It's out loud, coming from where they want it to come from. You hear it clearly, and there is no mistaking. Who's talking to me? You'll be looking around in your house for the speakers in the ceiling or something, like you'll be listening everywhere, like, where's that coming from? It can't just be coming from nowhere. You're trying to look for what it must be coming from, because your mind knows that it has to be coming from somewhere, but it's not. It's not coming from any device. It's just a broadcast, and just you can hear it, but it's artificial telepathy. So when you're on remote neural monitoring, somebody was kind of making fun of how I say that. Remote neural monitoring, it's remote neural monitoring. And when you're on remote neural monitoring, then what gang stalkers can see is what you see, for one. Okay? Now that means, what it doesn't mean is that they can see from your eyes, because that's not what it means. It doesn't mean they see through your eyes. Okay? What it means is they see what you see. They see what your mind interprets from your eyes, but if you close your eyes and you imagine something, they can see that. Okay? If you dream, they can see that. So they see what your mind interprets. And I know this for a fact, 100%. And I know from experience. Okay? I know from experience that this is what their capabilities are. On top of that, okay, not just what you see or what your mind interprets from what you see in your imagination and your dreams, but they can also see you. And there's a couple things that are going on here. One, they can broadcast themselves. Okay, they can broadcast. EMF person is what they might call it, or it's like a hologram person. All right, and I've got videos of this kind of thing, like in the tree in my backyard, EMF hologram broadcast in my tree. Um, you can find that video, and there's other videos where you may be able to see some of the holograms, but they can broadcast as a hologram. So they're on a mind control headset. They can broadcast and be somewhere else, like an outer body experience. Okay, and when they do that, they can see from the broadcast. And if you've ever seen one of these broadcasts clearly enough, they have really black, shiny, like a shiny black silvery type of eyes, and um, that's the only difference from being human. So sometimes in the right circumstances, like in the right foggy circumstances with the right lighting situation from the right distance, you can see a broadcast, and you could see them pretty clearly sometimes. Most of the time not. A lot of times they're very much invisible. But if you are lucky enough to find the circumstances to be able to see one, then you'll see that they have black, shiny eyes. And that's what they could see from. They could see you from a broadcast. All right. Also, they can see you from a reflective surface. If if you're holding your phone out in front of you, they can use broadcast off of your phone surface to see you from that. Okay, so the better the surface, the better the view. Meaning, like black tinted glass, they'll see you very well. A phone, especially that's turned off, they'll see you very well. Um, a TV that's turned off, they'll see you very well. You may have noticed in some of my videos when I'm not using my TV for interviews and stuff like that, I put a towel over it and I cover it up because they can watch you off of your TV very clearly. So, not that I really care, but I would just prefer to hinder them as much as possible. And it's not that big of a deal for me to put a towel over my TV. Um, Car windows. My grandmother's got this bronze plaque upstairs, and they can see me from that. And I noticed because when they put the broadcast there, sometimes I could see them too. Sometimes I could see them right through that same broadcast. So they like to use broadcast to see you from a surface, but at the same time, you could see them. You could see them right back through that same reflection. So what they can see everything. Gangstalkers use a remote neural monitoring. They can see everything. They can see you. They can see what you see. They can see what you see if you dream. If you close your eyes and imagine, they can see that. They can see you from a broadcast. They can see you from any surface that's any kind of reflective around you. So it all just depends. The quality of the view that they see can be better or worse, but they can see you. They can watch you take a shower. All right. They can see in the dark. I've learned all of this over the years, and through trial and error and through the things that they say, you learn a lot. So I can understand why a lot of people don't understand these basics, because they don't have gang stalkers talking to them, so they don't know. They don't know. They just have weird stuff happening, so they don't have much to go on. But if somebody's talking to you 24/7 for 1,500 days, you're gonna learn a lot. Just from the things that they say. Okay, if somebody says something that has to do with something that you could see, or that has to do with something that is going on around you or whatever, then you'll be like, well, process of elimination, you must be able to see. Okay, so you'll start to learn a lot of the things that they do when they're talking to you. So I hope this helps you guys out as far as what gang stalkers can see. They can see it all.